welcome back to my channel. My name is Marissa and I'm a flight attendant with a major U.S. carrier. So I just arrived in Louisville, Kentucky. This is day 3 of a 4-day trip for me. It was a quite an easy day, nearly without a hitch. I went from, let me think about this for a minute. I went from, where was I last night? Let me think, 1 second. I went from, Jesus. Pittsburgh. I was in Pittsburgh last night. This morning I flew into Charlotte, and then from Charlotte here, and each of those flights was about an hour. And on this leg, we did not do service because it was very, very bumpy, some turbulence. So the captain made a PA just informing the passengers that it was in everyone's best interest of safety for us to remain seated and not do service. So we didn't. It was a short flight, just maybe an hour or 59 minutes. But here I am in this historic hotel. It's beautiful downstairs. I will give you a tour of the hotel and let you know what I find out about it. And I'll also do a quick little room tour. Let's learn about Louisville, Kentucky. I will tell you the Kentucky Derby is the first Saturday in May. That is fast approaching. There were lots of advertisements for it in the airport. And the flight attendant number 1 has been flying for 38 years. He told me when you fly in to Louisville around that time, there's so many private jets at the airport. It just, it is a time for tourism and to visit Louisville. Our driver told us that the hotel today is 100 years old. So it definitely looks and feels very historic. What is this? A closet? Some old furniture. Is this an actual desk? I've seen these like in movies. Oh, it's where your little coffee station. And some more art with horses or equestrian, I don't know. Let's see if we have any views out here. It is a bright sunny day here in Louisville. So that is a parking garage and a worker. If you've never been to Louisville or don't know much about it, then maybe you're a little bit like me and you vaguely associate it with horse races or bourbon. Louisville is not Kentucky's capital city. That would be Frankfort, but it is the biggest city in the state. If you're visiting the city in early May during Derby season, make sure to finalize your travel plans as early as possible. To say the Kentucky Derby is the biggest event of the year in Louisville would be an understatement, and the nickname of Derby City gives you an idea of how locals go crazy for the races. Harper's Bazaar is an American monthly women's fashion magazine. It was first published in New York City on November 2nd, 1867. I really like that this hotel has old Harper's Bazaar magazine covers. I don't know, it just kind of goes with the old time feeling of the hotel in general. So I thought they were fun to look at. The Brown Hotel is one of the most famous attractions in Louisville, Kentucky. Listed on the National Register of Historic Places, the hotel has become a Louisville landmark thanks to the way it has been able to blend Georgian revival elegance with timeless Southern charm. The architecture and amenities of the hotel have made it famous, but the sculpture of owner J. Graham Brown that resides out front has personalized the legacy that it represents to enable especially powerful connections for both hotel guests and Louisville residents. And here is a statue of wealthy businessman J. Graham Brown. 95% of the world's bourbon is produced in Kentucky. Surely it's a stunning statistic. The best way to experience it all is to complete the Kentucky Bourbon Trail, with many distilleries conveniently located right within Louisville's city limits. To explore even more, the trail covers the route from Louisville to Lexington, so there is plenty of bourbon to try. As you can see, my filming doesn't always go as planned. I thought I was recording prior to this, but it turns out I hit record and I put the camera down. Afternoon was so nice, I decided to just come out and take a walk to see what is around me here in downtown Louisville. So join me on a little stroll and we'll go explore what is around us. Free, it's costing me nothing. It isn't costing me anything because I'm just gonna walk into it. Olympic gold medalist in boxing, three-time heavyweight champion, political activist for much of his 74 years, Muhammad Ali was among the most recognizable people on the planet. But before he was known as the greatest, Ali was Cassius Clay, his birth name, and was nicknamed the Louisville Lip, both a nod to his hometown and his smooth way with words. The sides of many buildings in downtown Louisville are home to many amazing pieces of street art. Many of these murals are created by local artists who call Louisville their home. Downtown Louisville is also home to the Louisville Civil Rights Trail. If you find yourself in downtown Louisville, check it out. It's an important part of American history. I'm not even sure if disco balls still exist, but in the event that they do, 90% of the world's disco balls are produced here in the U.S. in Louisville. Over 100,000 mint juleps are served during the Kentucky Derby and the Kentucky Oaks. A classic mint julep is served with bourbon and is the official drink of the Kentucky Derby. Kentucky Derby winners are covered with 554 roses. Yes, the winning run for the Roses horse is literally covered with roses. 554 roses are used in the garland presented to the winner of the Kentucky Derby. And that brings my walking tour of downtown Louisville to an end. I just wanted to look at this little squirrel in this mural. It just sort of captures everything Louisville. You have Colonel Sanders, Kentucky Fried Chicken. You have the Churchill Downs. You have Muhammad Ali. And you have a Happy Birthday to You cake. And that is because the Happy Birthday to You song was penned by two sisters, the Mildred sisters, in 1896 here in Louisville. I'm going to head in and just unwind for the night and wake up early for tomorrow and do it all over again. So that is it for me. It is 5:15 a.m. I'm heading downstairs. I'm heading back from Raleigh. No, I'm not in Raleigh. I'm leaving Louisville, Kentucky, heading to Miami, and that's it. That's the end of my trip. If you watch this video, thank you so much for watching. If you're not subscribed yet and you're interested in seeing more videos, please hit the subscribe button. Until next time.